Dimoria Karbis stages road blockade in Sonapur, demands withdrawal of ASCRDA Act. Residents inside Nilip appeals for the bridge to end communication woes. Unattended park in Kohora on the path to becoming wild habitation. Hello and welcome to Karbi Anglong Live. I'm Julie Hansepi with the latest news for today. And now the news in details. Protesting against the evil act of the Assam government to deprive the people of Dimoria region of their land rights, several organizations had on Wednesday turned up for a road blockade at Sonapur. The road blockade was organized under the leadership of the Karbi Students Union, Dimoria Tribal Sangha, and was supported by several other social organizations of Dimoria. They conducted a blockade at Sonapur in NH 37. KSU strongly stated that the ASCRDA Act is a great curse to the indigenous tribes of Dimoria, and they will continue to protest until and unless the government withdraws this act. Organizations have pointed out this act will destroy the identity and land rights of the Karbis and other indigenous tribes living in Dimoria. KSU had urged all the Karbi leaders from Karbi Anglong and students' bodies as well to put pressure on the Assam government to withdraw this act from Dimoria tribal belt and block, which is mostly dominated by the Karbis. Moreover, they have also declared that there will be 24 hours Middle Assam Band on November 10. Leaders all sections of people are highly expected to cooperate with the fight for their rights. A memorandum has also been placed to Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal through Commissioner of Police demanding immediate withdrawal of this ASCRDA Act.
Assam State Capital Region Development Authority যেহেতু ডিমুৰিয়া অঞ্চলটোকো এই আইনখনৰ আওতাত ৰাখিছে গতিকে আমি কৈছোঁ ডিমুৰিয়া অঞ্চলটো এটা গ্ৰাম্য প্ৰধান অঞ্চল আৰু কৃষি প্ৰধান অঞ্চল গতিকে এই অঞ্চলৰ পৰা যিখন এছকাৰ্ডা আইন সেই আইনখন প্ৰত্যাহাৰ কৰিব লাগে আমাৰ এছকাৰ্ডা আইনৰ আওতাৰ পৰা ডিমুৰিয়া অঞ্চলটো বাদ পেলাব লাগে বুলি আমি চৰকাৰক দাবী জনাইছিলোঁ আৰু 2020 চনৰ 19 অক্টোবৰ তাৰিখে এই আইনৰ গেজেট প্ৰকাশ কৰিছে প্ৰথমতে হিমন্ত বিশ্ব শৰ্মা ডাঙৰীয়াই কৈছিলে যে স্বায়ত্তশাসিত এলেকাবিলাক আৰু বেলব্লক এলেকাটোক এই আইনৰ পৰা বাহিৰত ৰখা যাব বুলি কথাটো আমাক প্ৰতিশ্ৰুতি দিছিলে
2017 anekan Assam State Capital Region Development Authority who is mane Arun Senglo Assam government laba laso Arun aphan netumke oppose lo lason sei mane Assam government non etak idu Dimoria long idu Karbi lapen kapri atu aphan akhe phanta lakpen ke flongi aphan se kam claim bom lo.
It is high time for the Karbis of Karbi Anglong to show their solidarity to the brothers in the plains. As per the decisions taken in several joint meetings, they have already committed to help each other in times of troubles. As the Karbis in the plains look upon their brothers in Karbi Anglong as their elders, the leaders in the hills are expected to take steps in this regard. The protesting Karbis in the plains have urged the Karbis in Karbi Anglong to join in the fight. Nitura Shronghang report from Sonapur, Karbi Anglong Live. Residents of several villages inside the Nilip constituency has urged upon the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council for construction of a bridge over Kalyani River to end the decades-long communication woes. The village is 7 kilometers away from the Nilip block and the Kalyani River crosses its path at Barprok village. There are about 30 villages comprising Karbi and Rengma villages across the river that include Sarihuti, Borlangso, Borpung and Tarapung. According to villagers, hundreds of people cross the river on daily basis for their various works and purposes. But the absence of a bridge has worsened their pains and suffering. Following this, people of these villagers have urged upon the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council leaders including local MEC Pabitra Rongpi and MLA Dr. Numal Momin for their support and intervention towards bringing a permanent solution to their decades-long problems. Residents of 30 villages have especially urged upon the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council CM Tuliram Ronghang for his consideration towards their issues. Sonjit Kaur report from Chokihola, Karbi Anglong Live. Let's take a quick commercial break. Stay with us for more news.
Karbi Anglong Morning Star FC will be back again from 8 November 2020. The Premier Club will be celebrating its 12th Foundation Day at its own campus ground, DP. Football lovers can join the blues.
Welcome back to Karbi Anglong Live. The Karbi Anglong Police had on Wednesday laid a foundation stone to build a new police patrol post at Lahorijan, which is located close to the Assam and Nagaland border. On Wednesday afternoon, Karbi Anglong SP Dibojit Deori laid a foundation for the new police patrol post. During the event, additional border SP Himonto Borua, SDPO Bokajan, CI Bokajan, OC Dilai in charge Lahorijan, ACF Prahalat Krov and several other officers were also present. Earlier, due to the lack of land, the patrol post has been functioning in the compound of the Forest Department. For a long time, there was a demand from the local residents to have a separate compound for the police post. Local Karbi leader Augustine Kramsa had come forward and donated 1 bigha of his land and allotted to the police patrol post. Thus, the police will have a new office and compound in the AK market area. Locals have said that if the law and order body need to remain strong in order to maintain a peaceful situation in the border area. So, the police having their own office compound in one sense is being seen by many as a major step to strengthen the police.
আমাৰ যেটো ইয়াত লাহৰিয়ান পেট্ৰল পোষ্টটো আছে অস্থায়ীভাৱে আছে আৰু প্লাছ আমাৰ ইয়াত থকা যিসকল মানে আইচি হওক বা তেওঁলোকৰ যিসকল ফ'ৰ্চবিলাক থাকে তেওঁলোকে মানে টেম্পৰেৰীভাৱে সুৰক্ষিত নাই তো সেইটো কাৰণে ৰাইজৰ সহায় সহযোগত লগতে আমাৰ অলপমান দান বৰঙণিত এটা মানে ইয়াত অস্থায়ীভাৱে আৰু অলপমান চিকিউৰ হিচাপে লাহৰিয়ান টিভিটোৰ কাৰণে building construction.
Meanwhile, on the Dhansari part of the Assam and Nagaland border, the Nagaland government had continued intrusion into Karbi Anglong land. On Wednesday, it was seen that the people from Nagaland had crossed the border pillar number 1 in the Daldali forest to erect an electric post within Karbi Anglong. Despite several interstate talks, the Nagaland side had not paid any heed to the decision taken jointly. They are time and again breaching the interstate border regulation. Local forest officials from Karbi Anglong had told media persons that they would soon inform the higher authority about the prevailing issue. Bijay Rongpi's report from Dilai, Karbi Anglong Live. In the news of the negligence of government officials that has come from our Dolomara correspondent, the children park located near the Kohora Soil Conservation Office had been abandoned in a pitiable condition. Due to the lack of attention, the park now resembles more like a jungle than a place of recreation. The issue of the government's lack of maintenance of several public amenities in poor condition is a very common issue in Karbi Anglong. In Duarbaguri constituency, the children park was built near the close to the World Heritage Site Kaziranga National Park. The Kohora area being close to the national park is a place often visited by national and international tourists to enjoy the greenery and pleasant air of Karbi Anglong. On such occasions, many of the tourists do come to the children park as well. They can find space to relax and walk around the park. However, now the park is covered with bushes and herbs and unknown creepers. Furthermore, several parts of the park are littered with pieces of broken wine bottles and other waste. The condition park is very appealing and at present there is almost nothing positive to be mentioned about the park at the moment. Locals have raised questions on the authority that has been entrusted to look after the park and managing it. There is no caretaker for the park, and despite the failure of maintaining this small park, the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council on March 9, 2020 laid the foundation stone for several other developmental works which are yet to be begun. As such, conscious people have shown their concerns as to how the authority will take care of things when the existing ones. Arjisa Rongpar's report from Dolomara, Karbi Anglong Live. Local residents of several villages have demanded the revival of the PHE services at Hatipura inside the 16 Nomati constituency, which has been out of any service and almost abandoned by the department. According to the villagers, the PHE scheme is about 30 years old and was functioning and had provided drinking water to the villagers for many years. But it stopped providing water since the past 15 years due to reasons only known to the staff and the department authority. Further, the villagers told media persons that about 5 years back, locals were told that filter water tank was supposed to be constructed. However, nothing happened and no higher officials were seen at the office. Villagers told local media that the staffs come once or twice in a month as the office is not livable and might be ruined if the department does not take any early step for its repair and renovation.
এটা আমি ৰাইজে দেখিছোঁ সকলো ৰাইজে দেখা পায় আৰু আপোনালোকে আহি এতিয়া দেখা পাইছে থকা অৱস্থাটো লাগিব ন মানুহ এজন থাকিবলৈ কাৰণে তেওঁলোকে ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্টৰ এছজি তেওঁলোকে একেবাৰে ব্যৱস্থা কৰি দিয়া নাই তেওঁ চকীদাৰ এজনৰ থাকিবলৈ ব্যৱস্থাও নাই
এইটো আমি চনটো আমি পাহৰিলোঁ কিন্তু ক'ব পৰা নাই প্ৰায় আমাৰ এইটো 30-35 বছৰমান হ'ব এইটো PHCটো
Deprived of drinking water for the past 15 years, local residents of the area have urged the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and the concerned department to take the matter at the highest level for its revival and resumption of its services with the appointment of chokidar and regular office attendance of its officials. Harsing Rongpis report from Havarkahat, Karbi Anglong Live. Well, that's all we have with us for today. Thank you for watching Karbi Anglong Live.